They are. For transfers, everybody, we're targeting the end of this month. I mentioned that before. Our specific target date is February 29th. All of the work that's being done on our end, has to do with the actual transfer process, and we're in the testing phase right now. So to give you guys a little bit of details about it, the way that we're originally scoping it to work will be if your character exists on a legacy or evolution server, you will be able to transfer to any other legacy or evolution server. There are some restrictions around that, and those restrictions come into play based on the population of the destination server and the population of the server that you're originating from. So for example, if you're intending to go to a specific server and that server has an unsatisfactory amount of Easterners or Westerners, you may be restricted from traveling to that world. The way it will work is when you access the transfer page, you will see all of your characters that are eligible to transfer. When you start moving through the flow, it will tell you what worlds they're eligible to be moved to. That transfer page dynamically adjusts based on our population control to ensure that we are not overloading specific servers with more of a faction imbalance. So that's basically the goal of the top level of the transfer system. For those of you who are on fresh start servers, transfer does not affect fresh start for this current pass. It's actually undetermined right now when fresh start will be included, if ever. I mentioned in a previous stream that it's kind of in the scope that we may allow transfers off of fresh scope, but not transfers in. Of course, that changes as fresh start becomes not so fresh. It's been, 4 or 5 months now, and the economy and the server is, evolving. So there may be a point in time in the future where it becomes acceptable for that. But for now, this will just concern legacy and evolution servers. You will not be able to transfer cross-region. So if you are on NA, you will remain on NA. Same for EU. And then there will be a 30-day cooldown on your transfers as well. So that means if you have moved your character from, say, you're on NA and you're on Kraken server and you want to move to Kyrios, and you do that successfully based on Kyrios being able to accept you due to faction balance, you will not be able to move off of Kyrios for 30 days. And that's kind of a hard requirement to limit the amount of time that people can move between servers. So that's kind of at a glance the way it will work. Now, it's important for me to mention that the character transfer service is a paid service. The current price point for that is 2,700 credits. We thought it was very important to include transfers as a credit price and not a real dollar price, because that allows you to acquire Apex, consume Apex, and then transfer your character as appropriate. So those are basically the outlines of the system. If you guys have any questions about it, we're probably going to be presenting documentation as it moves forward, maybe a blog post or a news article about it, kind of outlining everything that I've just said. But that's where we're at. It's in testing, and it's actually looking pretty good.
Yeah,